Welcome back to the deep dive. So today we're unpacking something that is, I have to say, it feels both really ambitious and maybe a little
Oh,
suspicious.
for sure. It's a massive claim.
Right. It's this roadmap, a really specific 30-day checklist that claims it can take someone from, and I'm quoting here, tired, low energy, and poor habits.
All the way to looking 5 years younger.
Exactly. 5 years younger.
And, normally when I see something like 30 days to a new you, I roll my eyes. I'm expecting a sales pitch.
Me too, for some miracle cream.
But what stopped me with this research wasn't the promise so much as the methodology. It's remarkably disciplined.
Yeah, this isn't a product brochure. It's more like a physiological algorithm.
It's a system.
A system. It breaks down the whole process into 4 distinct weeks. Building the foundation, then strengthening repair, then brightening, and only then anti-aging.
And that structure, that order is everything. Most people just scan for the product names.
Right.
But the biggest insight here isn't what you use. It's when you use it.
Exactly. I think most of us, when we decide we want our skin to look better, we just run out and buy the strongest retinol we can find.
We try to sprint to the finish line on day one.
Yeah.
Which is why it usually fails. You end up with angry, irritated skin. This whole roadmap argues that if you do week 4 stuff in week 1, you're not just wasting money. You're actively causing damage.
So you have to earn the right to use the heavy hitters.
You absolutely do.
Okay, so let's walk through it. Week 1, the theme is build the foundation.
Or, as I like to call it, boring is better.
It is so boring. I'm looking at the guide for the first 7 days, and there's nothing exciting. No acids, no peels.
Nope. The core philosophy is just stabilize.
Okay, so what does that actually mean?
Well, think about that little illustration for day 1, the crying girl. She's labeled tired, low energy.
Right.
Biologically, her skin barrier is probably compromised. It has these tiny microscopic cracks. And if you pour active ingredients into those cracks, it burns, it causes inflammation. So week 1 is strictly about hydration and moisture retention. That's it.
There is one detail in here that I thought was fascinating. Day 5, it says to wash your face with water. That's 30 to 35 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, that caught my eye too.
That's so specific. That's basically lukewarm. Why that exact temperature?
Well, it busts a huge myth, right? The idea that you need hot water to open your pores.
Yeah, that's what I've always heard.
Pores aren't little doors. They don't open and close.
Yeah.
But what hot water does do is melt away your sebum, the natural oils your skin desperately needs.
So it strips the barrier.
It completely strips it. And if you do that on day 1, you're fighting a losing battle for the entire rest of the month.
Okay, so lukewarm water is about not doing harm.
Exactly.
Now, what about this other technique on day 2, the damp skin hack?
Yeah. The instruction is to leave your skin slightly damp for 1 extra minute after cleansing.
And this actually works from a physics standpoint.
It absolutely does. I mean, think of a dry kitchen sponge. If you put soap on it, it just sits on top.
Right, it doesn't soak in.
But if the sponge is damp, the soap absorbs instantly. Your skin works the same way. Applying moisturizer to damp skin physically traps that water and pulls the product in deeper.
And it costs nothing. My favorite kind of tip.
Just a little change in habit.
Okay, so then on day 6, it introduces massaging your face for 3 minutes. Why is that in the foundation week?
It's all about microcirculation.
Yeah.
You're trying to get the blood flowing.
Okay.
Blood carries oxygen and nutrients to your skin cells. So you're feeding the skin from the inside while you're hydrating it from the outside. You're prepping the canvas.
And when you're hydrating from the outside, there's a note here about applying cream in multiple thin layers, not one big glob.
Yeah, that's crucial. If you slatter on one thick layer, most of it just sits on top. It oxidizes or just rubs off on your pillow.
But thin layers.
Thin layers allow each one to fully absorb before you add the next. You're building a seal, not just a wall.
Okay. So by day 7, we've survived the boring week. We're stable, we're hydrated, and our skin barrier is intact.
Which means we've earned the right to move on to week 2.
Week 2, strength and repair. So we're moving from just, watering the plant to actually fixing the pot it's in.
That is a perfect analogy. The key here is repairing the skin barrier first, before you even think about brightening or anything else.
And on day 8, it brings in repair essence with vitamin B5 and ceramides.
Right, so ceramides are lipids. They make up like half of your skin barrier. If week 1 was adding water, Week 2 is adding the fatty mortar that holds the bricks together.
And the vitamin B5.
That's panthenol. It's a humectant, but it's also a powerful anti-inflammatory. Just calms everything down.
I saw on day 10, the plan suggests a soothing repair mask, and it has an ingredient I'd never really seen before, snow mushroom.
Ah, yes. Tromella. It's having a huge moment right now.
What is it? What makes it so special?
Well, it works a lot like hyaluronic acid. It holds a ton of water.
Yeah.
But the molecules of snow mushroom extract are actually smaller.
So they penetrate deeper.
Much deeper. It's incredibly soothing for irritated skin, and it doesn't feel heavy or sticky.
So we're soothing, we're repairing. But then we get to day 13, and this might be my favorite instruction in the whole document.
The rest day.
A rest day. The instructions are literally hydration only, do not layer too many products.
It's so important. It's basically the concept of skin cycling.
What's that?
Your skin is a living organ, right? It has its own pH, its own microbiome of good bacteria. If you're just constantly throwing new products at it every single day, you can cause inflammation just from the chemical load.
So the rest day lets the skin kind of reset its baseline.
Exactly. Lets it find homeostasis. If you skip the rest days because you're impatient, you risk breaking out and you're right back at square one.
Okay, so we're 2 weeks in. We are hydrated. Our barrier is strong. We're finally ready for the fun stuff.
We are ready for the aesthetic changes.
Week 3, brighten skin tone. This is where the glow up really begins.
Yes, but the source has a very strict note here. Once the skin condition is stable, then you can start focusing on brightening.
And day 15 brings out the big gun, vitamin C serum in the morning.
The gold standard. For good reason. It fades dark spots by inhibiting melanin, and it's a potent antioxidant.
But there is a huge warning label attached to day 15. It says always pair it with sunscreen, in all caps.
Non-negotiable. This is the great paradox of brightening ingredients.
What do you mean?
The very things that brighten your skin, like vitamin C, often make your skin more vulnerable to the sun. And if you use vitamin C without sunscreen, the UV radiation can actually oxidize it on your face.
Wait, oxidize? Like rust?
Essentially, yes. It can turn orange and become completely useless, or even worse, it can become a pro-oxidant.
So you could be making your dark spots darker.
You could, yes. It's like brushing your teeth while eating candies. Completely counterproductive.
Wow. Okay. Lesson learned. Now, week 3 isn't just about serums. This is where the lifestyle habits get real. Day 20. This one felt like a personal attack on my schedule.
Let me guess. The bedtime rule.
Go to bed 30 minutes earlier. I mean, that's the hardest step on the whole list.
It sounds so simple, like something your mom would say, but it is scientifically the most potent anti-aging step here.
Really? That extra 30 minutes?
It's all about the hormones. When you hit deep sleep, your body drops its cortisol levels. That's the stress hormone.
Right.
Cortisol literally breaks down your collagen. At the same time, your body releases growth hormone, which repairs cells. If you cut sleep short, you're keeping the bad stuff high and the good stuff low.
You're chemically aging yourself by staying up.
That's exactly it.
Okay, that makes sense. So that's the energetic part of the transformation.
It really is.
Which brings us to the final stretch. Week 4, anti-aging and firming.
And I just want to point out, we waited 21 days to even get here.
That's the whole lesson, isn't it? Okay, so day 22, at night, we finally get to the word everyone's been waiting for. Retinol.
Vitamin A. The holy grail. It speeds up cell turnover, basically tricking your skin into acting younger.
But the source is very clear. Low concentration retinol serum. And only at night. Why low?
Because even with 3 weeks of prep, retinol is inherently irritating. If you started with a high dose on day 1, you could just be a red, flaky mess.
Yeah.
By starting low, after all that barrier repair, you get the collagen benefits without the retinol uglies.
Got it. And then the next morning, day 23, we add a peptide serum.
Right. So if retinol is the demolition crew for old cells, peptides are the architects.
Okay.
They're amino acid chains that signal your skin to build more collagen and elastin. They're the firming part of the equation.
We also get more targeted in week 4. Day 25 says to massage the jawline and the smile lines.
Yes, the nasolabial folds. This goes with the peptides. What we see as sagging is often not just loose skin, it's also fluid retention, lymphatic stagnation.
So the massage helps drain that.
Exactly. You're manually draining that puffiness, which reveals a sharper jawline underneath. It's a mechanical lift to go with the chemical one.
And then day 26 finally focuses on eye cream.
Because that skin is the thinnest on your body. It has almost no oil glands. It needs that dedicated, localized hydration.
So by the time we get to day 30, the source says, skin will become smoother, firmer, and maintain a healthy glow. We've arrived.
The physiological reset is complete.
Looking at this whole 30-day journey, it makes me realize I've just been using my products completely randomly.
And that's the biggest takeaway. Ingredients don't work in a vacuum. They work in a sequence.
Right.
You can't firm your skin in week 4 if you haven't repaired it in week 2. And you can't repair it if it's not hydrated from week 1.
It's a hierarchy of needs for your face.
It really is. And notice how much of it wasn't about creams at all. It was water temperature, sleep, massage.
Which leads me to a final thought I had. We hit day 30, we're glowing, we look 5 years younger, but the calendar just stops.
Ah, yes, the day 31 problem.
Exactly. What happens on day 31? Do we just stop?
And I think that's where the science experiment has to become real life. A lot of people treat these challenges like a sprint to a finish line for a wedding or something.
Right.
And on day 31, they go right back to scrubbing with hot water and getting 5 hours of sleep.
And the crying girl under the rain cloud just comes right back.
Faster than you would believe. All that barrier repair from week 1. You can undo that in 2 days of bad habits.
So the secret isn't that this is a 30-day cure. It's that these 30 days are boot camp.
That's it. The point of the roadmap isn't to finish it. It's to build the habits so that day 31 just looks like day 30. The rest days, the sunscreen, the lukewarm water, that's the new baseline for your life.
It's a lifestyle shift that's just disguised as a beauty challenge.
The best ones always are.
Well, there you have it. If you want to look 5 years younger, maybe you don't need a time machine.
You just need some lukewarm water, a little bit of patience, and a whole lot of sunscreen.
And that extra 30 minutes of sleep.
Don't we all?
Thanks for diving in with us. We'll see you on the next one.
Take care.